I unfortunately missed out the queue for boss battles, but
yeah,
I of course will be checking it out on stream, as you should too, audience, as you should too. But in the meantime, we already have the game coming up: Snake versus Cloud, wojeh versus Matt. Let's see how this goes.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what we got right here. Taking Pokemon Stadium 2. The first time we've seen this stage today, I believe. And no, maybe like first time I saw this stage today anyway.
And we're already seeing some aggression from both players. Immediately off the platforms, just go right onto the center Pokeball. And of course now wojeh wants to keep his space a little bit, spawning some of these grenades, just to make sure Matt can just push all the big buttons he wants. Something that's Cloud can't do.
Cloud can do that, and especially when you have the range with that massive Buster Sword too. wojeh just doesn't want to allow that, trying to attach the C4 to Cloud right there, but you know, it's right now he's playing the game the way he wants it to, like the way he wants it to work. Playing around this once again. Good parry coming out from Matt. He has limit on deck.
Tries to go for the punish immediately. That would not have killed, but it would have been good damage.
It would have been big damage. Yeah, that would have been good damage. Going for the up tilt, but the bomb hits him. It sets him into an up B though, coming out from Matt. Just a little bit more careful there. There's the grab. What's the follow-up?
Oh,
nice up tilt.
That was very good coverage from wojeh.
Literally.
Snake is able to cover a lot of options from the down throw. It just puts you in the tech situation immediately. If he has one side covered, you know he's going to try to go for that other one.
Right. One thing you got to also notice is that wojeh has to be careful not to bomb himself, like to put around too many like C4s and grenades that are like clouding basically his movement options. And we're seeing that a lot. It's trapping him in a bunch of these explosions and not letting him out right there. But Lil do nice setup there.
wojeh just has a lot of these grenade setups on deck. You know he's always trying to keep a grenade on the platform at all times so he can convert off of it with the throw, but going for a little preemptive up B. I mean, side B, my bad.
The side B's coming out. Matt doesn't have anything to recover with right there, and honestly, good stuff from wojeh being able to stuff out the jump and then the up B.
Oh, definitely. Just gets a good grab. Wants to avoid the grenade altogether, but air dodges right back to ledge, just to reset the situation a little bit.
Yeah. Just kind of want to reset mind just a little bit. Matt trying to charge up there, just a limit, trying to get a smidge of limit in any way, shape, or form that he can. Those backers being thrown out again. He's got limit. Reminder, he's a little heavier with limit, but he can also hit way harder now. He's trying to find something before that bar reaches its end.
wojeh, oh, that was a good grenade coverage from wojeh. Just making sure he can't get stuck in the side B. wojeh still living. Snake, his ability to live to these absurdly high percents is insane.
God, that C4 would have caught him had he dropped his shield, but Matt is still hanging on to a thread of hope right now. Limit coming straight out. Beautiful stuff and with the Blade Beam.
That Blade Beam being the thread of hope, as you mentioned before. And now we're on the last stock. wojeh still in a pretty good spot, has an advantage right on him. I believe from now on, he's not going to want to push this too much. He's at a good percent. He's at Matt at over 100. But now wojeh going to catch a side B for his troubles. He's going to just eat the Blade Beam with his shield. Not too much trouble for him there. It's always when you and the Snake are both sent up into the air, it's just a game of chicken. Legit. Who presses the button first?
Matt's bringing this back just ever so slightly now. wojeh realizes this and is trying to move away. C4 on the ground though. If Matt hits it, it's basically game over from here. wojeh moving around. Lovely B reversals though.
Also against Snake, you need to keep your eye on that C4. If you lose track of it, it's going to come back to bite you at some point. And as I mentioned,
it's commentator's curse, Basil. You keep doing this. This is the second time today, Basil.
Yeah, my fault. My bad.
It's the second time today, dude.
My bad, friends. I call it out, and it happens.
All good, all good. Obviously, wojeh.
I guess they're right. Commentator's curse.
It is, dude. It's legit just commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Matt, unfortunate. wojeh catching Matt lacking there, not paying attention to where the C4 was. And just right when he found the good moment, when his shield was down, just let it rip and killed him.
In Matt's defense, it is kind of hard to see the C4 sometimes, especially when you're in the midst of such a tense moment. You really want that stock back. You're really charging up limit. You're hoping for the best. Just got to be a little bit more attentive to where those C4s are and trying not to get hit, basically.
I'd argue that's like one of the bigger things you need to pay attention to when fighting Snake. Both the placement of his grenades and especially that C4.
Yeah.
As we saw before, it caught Matt off guard a little bit, but we're on a fresh game. Game
Running
2
it
of
back.
a 3-game set. Running it right back to PS2, as you said. And Matt already with a little advantage here, but is going to eat 2 grenades and a forward air for his troubles.
A forward air for his troubles indeed, and now you can see wojeh throwing out a little bit more of these grenades and these traps right here, trying to sort of cover the field just a little bit more right now, but Matt is not allowing that to happen. Just being very, very aggressive right now, and I think he realizes that he needs to be up in wojeh's face if he wants to get damage.
Oh, tries to go for a little grab. He's catching, lacking on the shield, and the forward is going to get contested by the backer. Of course, it hitting him first. Most risky down smash.
Both of them had similar ideas, and unfortunately both were out of range.
Out of jump.
Matt's got limit.
Yep.
Oh, what do you see, man?
Some very, very patient play from both players.
Oh no, but the limit cross slash being denied by the Nikita right there.
That was an opportunity there, but now he's going to get another one with a backer to send him off stage. Now we're onto ledge trapping. If he gets one good hit, 2 good hits. If he gets in a second good hit here.
Man, honestly, you are playing with fire, my good sir. That up tilt. Oh, but he read it wrong. He read it wrong there, Basil.
I'm gonna be honest, I would have done this. I would have done the same thing, the direction that that wojeh was pointing. I would have rolled away, but Matt, being the smarter one here today, rolls in the opposite direction.
Right, and with that limit, it's going to take a little bit more to kill Matt. Nice stuff. Took a little bit too much time there, and honestly, not much you can do.
Once your opponent is at 160, Snake is just able to down throw up tilt.
Able to capitalize off of these kills really nicely, but we're not talking enough about how the fact that Matt is able to go ahead and rack up this damage really, really nicely, making good use of the sword and the space as well.
He's not forcing this situation when he needs to, but when he does find an opening, definitely capitalizes on it. Now we're at ledge trapping. wojeh just lets the C4 go. I'm not sure if Matt was paying attention. He probably was. He was staying out of range of it.
Scary situation.
But it's still a very scary situation to be in.
Ooh. Oh, okay, you see that. Oh my god!
Very, very nice. Now Matt with a very good lead. Snake in a disadvantage. It's hard for him to catch up because Snake relies on the opponent coming to him. So now that he has to approach, it's going to be a little harder for him.
No, I agree with what you just said, my man. Right now, though, Matt does have the ability to go ahead and rack up some extra damage right now. Again, it's those sneaky C4s on the ground, Basil. You have to be careful of those.
You've got to know where they are at all times because you don't know when one's going to go off. Well, the Snake main probably knows, but if you're keeping track of it, props to you.
Seeing a lot of these, again, these grenades coming out. wojeh trying to play around the space. Good stuff. Trying to go for a setup there with the C4. Another one landing on the floor now. Can he use it to get Matt off? We'll see.
Matt's advantage is now completely evaporated. Oh, that was not a great roll. Just rolled back onto the ledge, and wojeh was able to capitalize on it with a good.
Oh, but the finishing touch.
The finishing touch not connecting, unfortunately.
That's such a risky option. That's so risky.
Yeah. Even though wojeh did come out the victor, Matt had a pretty good advantage during that whole game and had I gotta say, a very, very solid plan. Now approaching Snake when he needs to, but of course Snake is able to cover a lot of stuff, so it was only a matter of time until he ran into one.
Exactly, absolutely. Right now, though, I mean, they played really, really well, both of them.
Definitely,
you know, Matt